Yes, hello everybody. Welcome back once again to the Dynasty Hotseat. It's the only Dynasty show out there that is a certified inferno. Today, we're going to go over some running back rankings, my top 24 running backs for the upcoming 2025 season for Dynasty Fantasy Football. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, here we go. Here's the list. We got a nice rectangle covering, people behind it. So let's just get started. Well, let's start all the way down at picks number 24 and 23. Let's have a look at some of the running back twos. Chuba Hubbard in at 24. I don't really believe in the talent of Chuba Hubbard. I don't think that he's an elite running back in any means, but he has a pretty good situation. He got himself a new contract. He did well last year. He is easily replaceable eventually, but he's actually pretty good value here. At this 24 position, Chuba, pretty nice. I'm super happy with Chuba if he's my running back too. And as I am with Joe Mixon at 23. Mixon has been an elite fantasy producer for years now. He is coming off that injury. That's the only reason why he's down here. I think he's one of the best buys at the minute in Dynasty Fantasy Football. I expect him to have another big season over at the Texans. 22, we got David Montgomery over there, the best, second piece committee back. I don't know what you want to call him. He's a super safe player to have. He's sticking around to the Lions for a while. Everyone's caught up in the Jahmyr Gibbs hype, but more on him later. But let's not forget that when David Montgomery's on the field, David Montgomery still produces. So let's not forget about that, shall we? So Montgomery's in there. Caleb Johnson in at 21. He's got a pretty good situation over at the Steelers. I expect him to get most of the carries ahead of Jalen Warren. He's an excellent north-south runner. That's what the Steelers like. I think he's going to have a good season over in Pittsburgh. Josh Jacobs in at 20 for now. I'm not a big Josh Jacobs guy, but, he's been doing well the last few years. Over at Green Bay, he seems to be the main guy over there. Marshawn Lloyd can't seem to stay healthy, even though I do like the chances of Lloyd getting a bit more on the field this year ahead of Josh Jacobs. I'm just waiting for the Jacobs cliff to happen. I could be wrong in this one at 20. This might be a little bit low. Leave in the comments if you think, yeah, you're way too low on Josh Jacobs here, Mags. What are you thinking? How can you have a guy like Alvin Kamara ahead of him at 17? And that's pretty simple. Alvin Kamara is the best running back that we've seen for fantasy football in the last 10 years. And that includes Christian McCaffrey. Look it up. Look up his fantasy finishes. This guy is as consistent as it gets. He is elite. He is fantastic. Every time he plays, he does well. I expect more of the same this year from Alvin Kamara. The only reason he's done at 19, because he's old. How many more years are we going to get? I'm not sure. But I'm happy with Alvin Kamara as my running back 2 for any team for sure. Next up, we got Kenneth Walker in at 18. Kenneth Walker, when he's on the field, is great. Man, he's had so many injury concerns. I can see this going one of two ways for Kenneth Walker. I don't think there's any chance that he's running back 18 next year. He either flies up into the top 12 if he has a big season where he's healthy, or he falls off my board completely. If he has another injured season, he's going to be outside my top 24. Even though he's got more talent than the guy even at 17, Chase Brown. If he doesn't stay healthy, there's not much we can do. Chase Brown at 17, that's through gritted teeth for me because I don't believe Chase Brown is anywhere close to being an elite running back, but he does seem to have that role over there at the Bengals. I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing, people coming in and eating into that role. It was kind of the same vibe I got with Rachaad White. Rachaad White, when he was over at Tampa Bay, everyone was like, this guy's not very good, but there was just nobody there to take over from him, and Bucky Irving eventually did that without the great draft capital. He's got Taj Brooks coming in, who I did quite like coming out of college last year. Will he be a threat for Chase Brown? I don't know. But Zach Moss is coming back as well, who did eat into his workload before he got injured. So Chase Brown's there for now, but I don't like the player, but I suppose you got to respect the points that he scores. Speaking of which, we got someone like that at 15, but we'll get to James Cook first of all at 16. James Cook, a really good option for a solid running back too. Has done really well the last few years. Is looking for that new contract, I believe. He might have signed it by the time this video comes out. I am on honeymoon currently, so I'm waving from you from a beach on Bali, but I've pre-recorded this to go out, so I'll be settling into hopefully my 4th or 5th pina colada of the day by the time this comes out. But yeah, James Cook is at 16 for now, and Karen Williams, a guy I don't believe is any good. He's got issues with fumbling. He's not very productive in particular, but man, he just keeps winning that role. So what can you do? Karen Williams is at 15. I expect him to lose his job any day now, but he doesn't. So I've got to put him at 15 for now. That's probably lower than a lot of you have him, but man, every year I'm just expecting Kyron to dip and fall off, but he just doesn't. Speaking of no dips, King Henry, he's still there at running back 14. Maybe I'm too low. Everybody keeps waiting for King Henry to drop off, and man, he just doesn't. So maybe I'm a little bit too low on Derrick Henry. And then my guy, RJ Harvey, in at running back 13. I really wanted to get him in the top 12. I really did. Maybe this will change by the time the season starts, but I just think him and Sean Payton are a match made in heaven. We spoke about Alvin Kamara earlier, RJ Harvey. Very similar to Alvin Kamara when it comes to measurables and production. I can see what Sean Payton's planning here. I think RJ Harvey is going to be the next, at least in theory for Sean Payton, his next Alvin Kamara, which would be great to see. Hey guys, hopefully you're enjoying the video so far. If you love the Dynasty Hot Seat like me, then please head over to dynastyhotseat.benify.me. It's in the description of the video. Check out some Dynasty Hot Seat merch, from your certified cap to your certified t-shirts, and of course our limited edition Dynasty Hot Seat large design t-shirts. They look absolutely fantastic, kind of outside the box compared to your regular Dynasty Fantasy Football or any kind of fantasy football content. It is, at least in my opinion, the most stylish shirt out there for fantasy football. Get yours today. Again, link is in the description. Anyway, back to the video. But I just find it hard to put him ahead of Christian McCaffrey, who we spoke about earlier. You know, the only reason he isn't the greatest running back of the last 10 years is health concerns. If Christian McCaffrey has recovered from whatever the hell he was doing over there in Germany with his legs or his knees or his Achilles or whatever was wrong with him, if he's recovered, he's going to be another elite option. But time's ticking for Christian McCaffrey now, you'd have to say. But if he's on the field, he's a league winner. He's a league winner, so that's why he's at 12. Bucky Irving at 11. We talked about Rashad White earlier. Bucky Irving has usurped him. Nobody's coming up behind him. Bucky Irving's going to have a full season as the guy at Tampa Bay. I'm excited to see what Bucky can do. He's at 11 for now because we've only seen, probably less than half a season of Bucky Irving. So I'm hesitant to put him above some of the guys up here. But if he does well, he'll be flying up my ranks as well. In at 10, I've immediately put Quinshon Judkins. Now, you may be saying, it's like, oh, Max, how can you have Bucky Irving at 11 when you've only seen half a season and put Quinshon Judkins in who you've seen nothing of? I've seen enough out of Quinshon Judkins at Ohio State and before that at Ole Miss to know that this guy's a potentially star in the making for the NFL and for fantasy football. He's over at Cleveland. We know with Nick Chubb's use that they like to give a guy the ball. I think Quinshon Judkins is going to have an absolutely superb rookie season. Could even outscore Bucky Irving. In at 9, Jonathan Taylor has been running back 1 in the past, has dipped. We had funny issues with the contract and the fake injuries and the actual injuries. But again, if Jonathan Taylor has a healthy season, expect him to finish near and around top 5 running back. He's there for now. He's another one I can see just clinging on to that top 10 for this season. He might be out and Bucky might be in come next season, but we'll wait and see for that. Breece Hall in at 8. I mean, that guy is so good. It is such a shame to see what has happened to Breece Hall. I hope that the New York Jets realize that he is key to them doing well. They brought in Justin Fields, who is great running the ball. He's not as good as Breece Hall running the ball. I hope they use play action a lot to confuse defenses with Justin Fields, with Breece Hall. I hope Breece Hall gets to share the workload. I hope he stays healthy because he's so damn good. And it is such a shame to see him wasted like that over at the Jets. So Breece Hall's there for now. I hope he has a good season because he's another one that can potentially finish in the top 5. All these top 12 guys, they can all be top 5 running backs. I know they all physically can't, but they all could be, right? Travion Henderson, absolutely elite production at the back end of the season at Ohio State. I expect him to be on the field constantly at New England because of his excellent work as a pass blocker, the best pass blocking running back coming out of college, already one of the best pass blocking running backs in the NFL, I would say. He's going to get a ton of passing work as well. Not many weapons over at New England. Him and Drake May, they're going to be friends. Travion Henderson's going to do really well next year. He's in at 7 for now because I can't put him ahead of Saquon Barkley because of that elite production at the Eagles. Could have broke the rushing record. They decided not to do it. That's fine with me. They wanted to keep Saquon healthy and hey, they won a Super Bowl. So who can complain about that? Saquon Barkley, let's hope the Madden curse doesn't strike him down. In at 5, Omarion Hampton, the rookie sensation, the perfect landing spot over in Harbaugh's system. They're going to use him an absolute ton. He's going to get loads of touchdowns, I think, next year. He's going to get loads of yards. Got a chance. I don't know what the rookie rushing record is, but boy, he's got a chance. He's got a chance to get it, as does another rookie we'll get to in a little bit. But Hampton up there at 5. Right behind Devon Achane, PPR monster. He ran a ton in the slot last year, actually. More of the same. All those little short passes Johnny Smith was getting. Look out for Devon Achane getting those little short dip, dunk and dip passes. Achane in there at 4 for me. One of my favorite running backs in the game. Jahmyr Gibbs, a lot of people's running back 1. I cannot put a committee running back at running back 1. I can put him at 3 quite happily, though. Gibbs, with Montgomery out is an absolute elite option. Was the running back 1 overall with David Montgomery out. With David Montgomery on the field, he finished about running back 5, which is still very respectable. He's young, he's great, but he is tied to David Montgomery, so I physically cannot put him at 1, but it's still an excellent option for fantasy football for sure is Jahmyr Gibbs. In at 2, debuting on the list, Ashton Jeanty. Go straight in at running back 2 for me. Guy's a beast, right? Guy's a beast. Well, I've seen the Raiders mess up enough careers to know that it doesn't always go as planned over there at the Raiders, but let's hope for Jeanty's sake that they use him correctly, and I don't see how they don't. So Ashton Jeanty, big season incoming, has potential to be running back 1 overall, as does, of course, Bijan Robinson, who is still my running back 1 overall, a special talent, starting to be used correctly. Big third season incoming for Bijan Robinson. Expect this guy to be on fire. I think with Michael Penix Jr., we know doesn't like rushing the ball. We know if he can't see any options downfield, he likes a little dump off pass. Bijan Robinson, I think he's going to have another big year, and he's going to stay atop my running back 1 list this time next year. So there we go, guys and girls. Here are my top 24 running backs, starting from 24 to 13. Chuba Hubbard, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Caleb Johnson, Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, Kenneth Walker, Chase Brown, James Cook, Karen Williams, Derrick Henry, RJ Harvey, and my top 12. Christian McCaffrey, Bucky Irving, Quinshon Judkins, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Trevion Henderson, Saquon Barkley, Omarion Hampton, Devon Achane, Jahmyr Gibbs, Ashton Jeanty, and number 1, Bijan Robinson. That's all for today, guys. Again, in the comments, let me know, who do you think I'm too high on? Who am I too low on? Have I missed anyone out completely? I really hope I haven't missed someone out. I did that with my original quarterback list last night, poor Jalen Hurts, but I put him in the end. So hopefully I've not left out anybody completely. Please let me know. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you very soon with the next video.